So I'm starting to think I should have called this week AI Week because we have yet another AI story. And this time, it's even more disturbing. You see, this is really fake news about fake people. So it really does seem like nothing is safe from AI. Seriously, if news readers thought that they were going to be safe from AI or that they couldn't be replaced, well, they were wrong. They may end up being without any job whatsoever, because outside of reading the news, what skills do they have? They could actually be replaced before almost anybody. At least, that's the current plan by former Tosh.0 veteran producer Scott Zablewski and an entrepreneur friend of his, I guess, named Adam Mosum, although I don't really know much about that person. Anyway, they're in the process of getting a project off of the ground, and based on recent reports, there's some terrifying news for the news industry. And hey, it's called Channel 1 News. It's an AI-generated nightmare. And at least for the likes of folks such as Rachel Maddow and Hugh Edwards, they're going to have, well, some trouble in the very near future. So as usual, we're going to dive much deeper into, well, a potential dystopian hell. Here we go. All right, I feel like we should start off with some levity because that intro was a little heavy, right? So, hey Grant, why did the newsreader get a promotion?
I have no idea why.
Because the news was always delivered with a bite and precision. Get it? Bite?
Was that a joke?
Good one. Okay, anyway, sorry. Just imagine personalized news without the pesky person in the way. That seems weird. But that's kind of the big idea that's been bouncing around the head of Scott Zablewski. And right now, at this very moment, he's on the cusp of realizing his dream. I have to say that when I saw his name pop up recently, especially in context of the story, it reminded me that we were supposed to be getting a Police Academy reboot or something similar. And I was kind of excited. And then I read on. You see, I had no idea that he was set to work on helping destroy the news industry for everybody working in it, and then in turn destroying all of humanity.
You're being hyperbolic.
Okay, that's probably hyperbole. But right now they're using cutting-edge generative AI to do something that I didn't think they would be able to do. Make news. And not the way you would think. See, Scott and his business partner are attempting to cut out the middleman and the middle women and the other middle things. In fact, anybody in the middle is kind of in trouble here. And simply put, this is going to be AI news readers in real time. The news readers could actually be personalized, which, if you have a twisted mind, that could be kind of spooky. Tailored to an individual user, you could start having some very spicy thoughts there, I'm sure. And I see some of you. I know who you are. And of course, this isn't the first foray of AI into news at some level, right? Not by a long shot, because if you've been watching my channel for a while, you most likely recall that the AP and several other news services have been using AI for a long time. Yet in this particular iteration, it's going to be very different. When you turn this news on, wherever you happen to do so, you'll get obviously the same kind of a slick set, and it's going to be well presented right in front of you, but it's not real. Well, actually, I guess it's just less real than what you're already getting from regular news, but it's all artificial. These sets and the plants and the lights and the cameras, you guessed it, they're not even there. There's not even people there. And to be fair, the contents within the broadcast will likely be the same as what you're used to seeing. How could it not be? You actually are going to get the carefully crafted narrative that's spoon-fed to you before you spit it out, of course, and go looking for some actual truthful information. Unfortunately, it's not going to be on Channel 1 News. What I find fascinating is it's reported to be quite mesmerizing. It's like watching a video game, or maybe worse. I mean, well, not much is worse than Marvel CGI right now, but it's probably along those lines. And it's somewhat enthralling and hypnotic and other similar adjectives that lead you to believe that it's really going to try to suck you in. I certainly can imagine people really succumbing to this kind of presentation for a couple of different reasons. First is the ability to put on a VR headset and become completely immersed in whatever horror this is. And then the second is the fact that it's going to be made incredibly personalized from beginning to end, just for you, not for everybody else. And if you think I'm overstating it here, I'm not. There are several articles out there talking about this right now. It's going to actually look to give you exactly what it thinks you want, algorithmically speaking, of course. And it's going to have a carefully selected style of presentation and a lot of curated stories that either are set to support or challenge your unconscious biases. That sounds good and safe, doesn't it? And as an initial wide-scale test bed for this new horror, the startup is planning to launch a 30-minute weekly show via a fast channel later this year. I mean, it's coming. And their ultimate ambition is to produce customized newscasts for every user in such a way that by the time we are a year and a half down, the line between reality and AI will be completely blurred. And if you're intrigued by this a little bit, the digital wizardry of it all, you can certainly look into this. The startup is called Channel One News, and it seeks to combine decades of stock footage, images, and history to spit out AI presentations telling you the news of the day, or at least what it wants you to know, or what it's been carefully structured to deliver to you. It's probably more accurate. And for those of you who are tilting hard into the neo-Marxist movement right now, that's kind of, going around and destroying the world as rapidly as possible lately, rest assured they are prepared to offer you all the same shame and guilt that you are unable to shed from your thorough indoctrination into your self-destructive ideology. Never fear. In fact, virtue signaling is included at the bedrock level of this particular program. Or I guess it's kind of reinforcing your programming with all of these digitally divisive diversity metrics right in your own personalized program. Wow, how subtle. And not being hyperbolic. Anyway, this project may have potential in some way, but I only see a whole lot of red flags and an incredible amount of danger here. But hey, what do you see? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know if you enjoy these types of videos, because I work hard to bring you some news very fast and at many times first. So if you want to see more of it, be sure you are subscribed and defeat the algorithm by turning the notifications on so that you don't miss anything. And of course, I would really appreciate a like on the video. It will help other people see this, I hope, so they can be warned, just like you. Oh, and we are getting close to 10K and set for a wild celebration. I'm not sure what that's going to be, but we'll try and plan it. And with that, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And for now, you're still a real person. And until next time, bye. That was fun.